This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
Welcome back. The New York Times has a blockbuster bombshell report today, an investigative report finding that Elon Musk was using ketamine, this psychedelic anesthetic drug. He was using it so frequently last year that he complained that it was damaging his bladder, which is a known side effect of ketamine use. This is wild stuff. This message was based on private messages and interviews with more than a dozen people close to Musk. They claim that his consumption of these illegal drugs went way beyond what had been previously disclosed. He was mixing it with ecstasy and psychedelic mushrooms at both private and public meetings. One of the right-wing websites this morning is saying that the reason that Musk is leaving the White House is that Trump was tired of him being so high all the time. He carried a package of drugs with him that included apparently the stimulant Adderall. It was marked as Adderall. Adderall, of course, is methamphetamine, also known as crystal meth. This is just wild stuff. Both the New York Times and Mediaite have reports on this. And of course, Musk is doing a press conference this morning from the White House. So that's going to get interesting. Mark Taylor-Canfield in Seattle. Hey, Mark, what's on your mind today?
Hi, Tom. We got an ongoing situation in Seattle where a right-wing Christian coalition called MayDay USA has been staging rallies on Capitol Hill and downtown, resulting in counter demonstrations by folks from the LGBTQIA+ community and their supporters. And I'll be reporting on this at my YouTube channel on the MTC report. But so far, 31 people have been arrested during these confrontations, which began on Saturday.
Whoa.
The MayDay USA group, which has targeted 5 U.S. cities, is anti-abortion and has been accused of having anti-trans statements on their website. One of the leaders of the group is a MAGA supporter who's been calling for the resignation of Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell, blaming him for not stopping the counter-demonstrators from disrupting their rallies and criticizing Harrell for calling MayDay USA an extremist group. This group of right-wing fundamentalist Christians has targeted areas of Seattle where the LGBTQ community is concentrated and where the Black Lives Matter protests took place. And according to their website, they're also targeting New York City, Miami, Houston, and LA for their rallies. The counter demonstrations are also critical of Mayor Harrell, claiming that the police have been using excessive force in arresting counter demonstrators. And representatives from both sides gave public statements before the Seattle City Council earlier this week. And the Christian group held another rally outside of City Hall, which again attracted counter protesters and shut down traffic in downtown for several hours. So it's an ongoing controversy that's been enveloping the city and has dominated the local news. The city council has actually criticized city officials for granting MayDay USA a permit to rally in the center of the LGBTQ community on Capitol Hill. And it's clear that they've been looking for a confrontation and they got it.
Yeah. Mark, I would, brilliant report. The one small request I would make, speaking as a Christian myself, is that when you refer to this group, you refer to them as so-called Christians, because Jesus never spoke of homosexuality. And he rejected, the politics of hate. So
I have to tell you, Tom, Christian groups in Seattle, a bunch of churches got together and made a statement against this group. So yes, right. There are many Christians in Seattle who are supporting the counter demonstrators, saying that these people are spouting hate speech and
right.
and calling them out for what they are.
These so-called Christians. I got it. Mark, yes. Thank you. Thanks for the report. It's always nice hearing from you. I appreciate it. Meanwhile, tracking the Trump-Musk death toll from cuts to USAID, a researcher at Boston University has created this mathematical model to determine how many people are dying. In fact, they created this thing called the impact counter, and the impact counter website is impactcounter.com. And all tracked programs, death caused by funding discontinuation. So far, 98,000 adults, 204,000 children, 103 deaths per hour as a result of the programs that have been gutted by Musk and Trump. The PEPFAR program, an additional 5,861 infant deaths so far from HIV. The PEPFAR adult deaths, 55,000 HIV deaths so far. Additional deaths from tuberculosis, 23,537. They're expecting 2,235,000 by 2030. By the end of this year, they're expecting 155,000 PEPFAR adult deaths. Additional cases of tuberculosis, 29,000 so far this year. Additional deaths from neglected tropical diseases, 10,000 plus. Additional childhood deaths from diarrhea as a consequence of not enforcing our safe food laws and around the world, the work that we're doing around the world, 49,000 child deaths. Additional child deaths from malaria, 27,000. Additional adult malaria deaths, 9,000. Additional deaths, child deaths from malnutrition, 58,000. I mean, these numbers are just nuts. The number of people who are literally dying, as we're speaking, as a consequence of the cuts that Musk and Trump made. This is crazy. Meanwhile, Trump posts a bizarre meme. I'll tell you about that on the other side of the break, and I'll pick up your calls. It's Anything Goes Weekend here on the Thom Hartmann program.